Hello, beautiful Pisces. Welcome to your reading for this month. Let's dive into it right away and see what's coming your way. Okay, I see here. This is on the handle. There's a tears of joy, or maybe like some news traveling. The handle is something in your control, basically. If you would like this message to come to you, you need to do some things outside your comfort zone because it's outside of the handle. This can be like taking a risk, or like it doesn't have to be initially taking the risk. It has to be in a massive material sense. It can be talking to someone that you feel maybe a little shy, or doing something that requires for you confidence maybe you don't usually do. It is basically just testing your limits, okay? And it will get you to a place of like a bird right here, like a flat platform on a risen place. Like, I don't know how to explain this. Okay, so it seems like you can see there's a line separating the under the water and above the water. And as Pisces, you're used to staying under the water, maybe being in your emotions most of the time, in your mind most of the time. But now this is going to require you to express it. The bird is right there, and maybe get some inspiration from the bird rather than being the fish. You need to be the bird this time and speak up. And the speaking up doesn't have to be like being loud. It means being expressive, expressing yourself, okay? By the way, if you're new here, this is Divine Light. And if you haven't already, go ahead, hit the like button and subscribe to see more of these and support this channel. It's a free way to be here. I see there's a heart shape forming. So you might be avoiding going above the water. So expressing yourself and demanding what you desire, because maybe you're afraid that it's not going to be fulfilled. However, heart shape is a good sign that you're on the right pathway. This is actually going to help you get what you desire, okay? Another thing here is there is a flow. You can see this kind of looks like the corals are growing above the water, and we have a frog right there enjoying those coral parts like growing above the water. The coral reef is an organic structure, which is kind of, think of it in a way, it's like a city for the ones that are living under it. So if you're living in a city that has like an organic structure, or maybe like this kind of like organic society community that you're living in, it seems like you're going to rise above it, and you're going to meet with a frog there. And frog is a good symbol of taking a leap and just leaping forward, okay? So meaning if you are always thinking about what you want but never taking action about it, when you start taking action, this is going to put you in the right environments with the right people, with the right energies, like the frog here. It is going to be still outside of your comfort zone. However, your comfort zone is going to start reaching back to you, like the coral reef. Actually, we don't really see the corals get out of the water. However, I feel like maybe even the seaweeds are going to grow and just cover the surface of the water. So it's going to make you a platform to stand on. I know these are all metaphorical, but this can be your energy is rising higher. And the community, if you're in a community, in a family, maybe they're not supporting your growth initially. When you start going out there and doing what you want to do, expressing yourself, they're going to follow the suit, okay? It's not going to be like they supported me, I came all the way here. It's going to be like I came all the way here, then they start believing in me type of situation I see here happening. And this month is August, is the sun energy of the Leo. It's the time to take action. So you can tap into, you can use that energy for your highest benefit here. I see in your heart space, there are two Roman warriors. You can see their shield on top of their head. So in your heart, like maybe you want to do something, but there are two Roman warriors or generals going head to head and maybe diverting you from where you want to go. This can be two different authority figures that you're listening to, alive or dead. Can be people that actually gave you the direction, gave you rules of life, and you have accepted them. And one of them can be your general inner guidance telling you to go in a certain way, and the other one can be the opposing one. So they are like head to head. They're just actually going to have a little fight. In this fight, you might have some sort of trials and tribulations, and it can reflect to outside. I see a snake coming through. You can see the snake swimming towards you, and the snakes can actually swim. Can cause a healing if you can control the fight of it. And snake kind of also reminds me of a cycle is ending, and you're now transforming, you're shedding the old skin. But I feel like especially the third week, you're going to feel the relief of the snake actually getting out of your way, okay? I see there's a tornado forming here. Tornado can represent inner turmoil, but also outside. It's reflecting to the outside. Some of you, I see there are people here also carrying the tail of the snake right there. Now I'm thinking about the snake skin, which is also used for like making a hat or stuff like that. It is something that is useful. This guy looks like a long crocodile as well. So the remnants of that victory, that cycle ending, your decision making, taking new action, or maybe even slaying the dragon, basically slaying the snake, the remnants of it is going to be of use for you. That do not discard anything. This can be writing a memoir, let's say. If this can be you really speaking your truth to a person in front of you, maybe taking more than you want to give. What you're uploading to them, like what you're giving to them, is going to turn into maybe an apology. They're going to make things right. There are people actually carrying the tail of the snakes. That I feel like this is not only for you that you're doing. This is a generational thing. There are other people who are going to benefit from what you're doing as well, okay? It's going to create a tornado. Can be inner and outer. I see here a candle holder with 4 places, 4 different things to hold the candle. This kind of looks like also which the animal? Crab claws. Okay, so either way, the 4 candle holders can be like a family of 4 maybe coming together here and making a wish together, like going through the tornado, coming out of it bright and shining, and maybe lighting up new candles, making like their new desires, like just setting up new intentions. It can indicate that as well. I see the tail here again. So all of this is connecting to you eventually. For some of you, I see 2 people kissing here. It can be like a soulmate union happening when you start to just calm that tornado down as well. But I feel like here it's like gradually you're making a decision to change things, and then the obstacle, the tornado, arise, and then when you start to calm it down, the connections are going to be more delicious. I feel here maybe family is going to be supporting you, finding a soulmate, maybe meeting with a soulmate, someone you had in your mind coming together to form a union can be happening as well. And the 4th week, I know this is actually the clarity is coming in. I know this within 4 weeks, a lot can happen and nothing can happen. It can be outer world is changing, inner world is changing. What's the most important part is the inner world changing. And maybe your inner world, you're having these turmoils, is actually going to help you cross path with someone who's aligning with you, okay? I see there's the 4th week, there's actually clearing happening there. So it can be you have clarity, the clarity coming to you, or you're maybe, and there's a slope right there. Maybe you're choosing a path that you can dedicate yourself to after you resolve everything. Or it can be the things working out really well. Maybe you're going to get the chance to take a little small break, a vacation, okay? Maybe for a week or maybe for the weekend. Let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, an intention, hold it in your mind. I see, okay, guys, this is something quite fast. It wants to come to your life quite fast. And it seems like here, there are 2, someone is catching the tail of the fish, but this fish catcher is leaving your heart space. So I feel like someone might be actually sweet talking to you and like finding your sweet, like that weak spot, and maybe manipulating you. If you have anyone like that in your life, this person is gradually starting to leave your life. They're finding other fish to catch. This doesn't mean they're done with you. It doesn't mean they want to leave you. It's not about the desire or your in being enough or you're being lovable. It's about this person basically wants someone they can like manipulate, hold the tail and just swing around. And you're not that fish anymore. Okay, you're Pisces, but you're not that fish that they can manipulate anymore. Okay, that's why I feel like here, if you're seeing someone giving you ultimatums, telling you, if you don't do this, I'm going to leave now. It's time to just, like everyone is free to do whatever they want. You recognize that. You don't control some other person's emotions. You can only control yourself. You're recognizing that. I see there's a boat appearing here, which has like a long, this front piece. I forgot what it's called. It seems like here, this time, the goal, the vision is really detailed. What is, I see number 3 here, creativity. So if you don't have a vision, if you don't have like, you don't know how the future looks like, it seems like, or maybe never planned how the future looks like, maybe you always plan for the short term. Seems like here, when this person who is always maybe minding catching the fish or manipulating you, or that's that manipulating your emotions, when they go away, you will have this clarity of what you really want to do. Okay, and maybe for the 10 years, next 10 years, that's why I said that the front of those little, not a little thing, but the part of the ship, this is like really long. So this is something maybe you're going to plan for a very long period of time, instead of just temporarily living day to day, paycheck to paycheck, or it can be even maybe like a one day to another. Rather than planning that, you're going to plan something for a long term. You're going to get the chance to do that. You're going to have the vision to do that. Okay, this person might be even just blocking your vision so you wouldn't imagine that far. How can that happen? If this person is instilling fear and bringing discomfort all the time, that kind of emotions can prevent you to think further. That's why maybe when they go away, you're going to be able to plan it that way. Okay, let's see what the tarot is going to tell us. Do we have any clarity about this person? Let's see. Okay, we have Page of Pentacles. Someone, okay, if we go within the immature side of this, or like the negative side of this, even though I don't do reverse, the Page of Pentacles can be someone, an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, a little bit immature, can be selfish, self-centered, and they might be thinking their own benefit. That's why maybe when they go away, you wouldn't mind, you're not going to go after them. However, I feel like there's some effort in here. And then you're thinking that your efforts are going to go to waste, but wow, okay, you're going to be able to turn that around real quickly. You're not going to dwell on someone not choosing you, or some things are not really going the way you plan to do, because it seems like King of Swords coming forward, this is your attitude in this matter. You're going to be very stoic and logical, and you're going to choose you basically, and choose doing what's right by you, rather than just, I have given so much time and effort to this person, so I should maybe just try to make this up again, even if they don't choose me. You're not going to do that, because that's what King of Swords doesn't do. That King of Swords is the king, actually considers the whole humanity, all of his aspects, rather than thinking about one person. Okay, I feel like this might be some of you might be dealing with someone really immature. Again, when they leave and they see that you have a lot of confidence, they might want to come back with the same logic. I know this is not a love reading, but it keeps turning into that some of you might be haunted by someone that is really greedy. But it seems like here, this can also be your own, like, now you're turning it around and doing the right thing by you, rather than expecting someone to do right by you. Okay, choosing yourself basically. Four of Swords is meditation, prayer, taking a break, taking a rest, and that can be also some things that, because it seems like you're going to obtain a lot of confidence when you draw the line. There's going to be confidence coming to you that your actions are going to lead you towards the right direction. And the more you take steps towards the desires that you have, or the things you do for yourself, the more positive results are going to come. That can be overwhelming for some of you. And in that case, take a little break. High Priestess, tap into that innate knowledge, the inner knowledge you have, which is going to lead you towards a celebration. It seems like Three of Cups can indicate coming together with people that are aligning you, that are supporting you, that will actually give you reassurance to do right by you. High Priestess is actually someone who's in between worlds and embodies the feminine spirit. And this is this is basically telling you there is a gut feeling. Your gut feeling is on point. It's leading you towards the right direction. That's why you can only get in touch with her when you take a break instead of overthinking, overacting. This can be like 10-minute meditation breaks a day or prayers. If you have that kind of a thing, like quieting your mind is going to be important. That's going to bring you the answer that you're looking for, the celebration point here, the right action, and the harvest. And the Temperance tells me that this might have been also followed by balance coming into your life, okay? This can tell also maybe moderation is going to be necessary this month. Just don't overdo things. Do not stress yourself too much, or do not just, diverge into resting too much or celebrating too much. Either way, though, the things are actually looking good, like from most signs. It's not really too of an exciting change coming in like the Tower or Death, but the things are going to be really mildly happening, okay? Solutions are going to show up. What you need will be given. There's a celebration. This can be also graduation or a wedding happening, okay? Let's see what else we have here. Your 10th house wants to show up. Is this Mercury? Kind of looks like it. Your achievements and status in the outside world is going to be affected this month, it seems. I see kind of like the astronaut on top of the world, just leading the world basically. So all of this might be happening with a colleague, happening at work, because we have the moon landing here. We have the big accomplishments of people. You may be offered a new job or opportunity that could lead to the type of achievement you seek. If you aren't in employment, you may still have the opportunity to stand out or contribute to something of which you can be proud of, something that you would like to be remembered for. So there's like ambition is going to be your center point. And I feel for some of you, I felt it in the cup, the fish, it's like somebody's holding the tail of the fish down. If anyone actually holding you down or any thought given to you by someone, you're going to be able to manage to get rid of that thought, okay? You're going to be able to overcome that thought and defeat that maybe immature person giving you that idea that you're not good enough, you're not successful enough. You're going to defeat the sound of that person, that their sound can actually stand here like a page of swords when you are the king of swords. They're just going to you're going to weaken their voice, okay? We have here wild colors coming as your oracle and sensory. Okay, the wild colors can, I feel like, symbolize here your, let's see, creative, how you see things, okay? Just try to see things in a colorful way. I'll let my freak flag fly, it says here, okay. You don't need the permission to show exactly what you're made of. You are it. You're made up of the wild colors within and around you, all shining brightly and ready for you to show the world your technicolor shine from the inside out. Basically, yeah, that's the feeling I get as well. If you're feeling judged, if you're feeling like someone that you need to fit into a box, you need to be in a certain way, you're realizing that even if you fit in that person's box, they're just still gonna not feel satisfied, because you cannot, the satisfaction comes within. So you might actually start to shine and show your authority, your colors, and that will also change your experience. Some of you might get a new job or like a recognition happening here. And I'm Essential Being, full of fire and mystery, comes here too, and says you're being invited to explore it all. It's time to shine a light into the dark corners, float way above your current situation to get a sense of shapes and forms as you take a bird's eye view. So see things from a higher perspective. It will help you see things from a higher perspective, okay? All right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to add more videos on the screen. And if you haven't already, give this one a thumbs up and go ahead, hit subscribe. I wish you all a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.